Welcome to My Voice is Your Voice. We invite you to listen, feel, and expand your soul with the message that follows. We greet you from the heart of love on the new timeline that is manifesting over the new earth. All of you are brave warriors of light who have worked tirelessly within a world of darkness, which is now beginning to illuminate. Do not worry about the resistance you may encounter. Those of you reading or listening to this now are part of the group we have long referred to as Lightworkers. Understand that words are simply symbols we use to bring into the material dimension that which has no name and cannot be grasped by the rational mind. What is a Lightworker? Let us briefly share. A Lightworker is any soul who has consciously recognized their purpose. Every soul that has awakened to its divine connection. Every soul that has become aware of its state of darkness and separation. Truly, all of you are Lightworkers, because light is the only existing reality. The only difference between a Lightworker and someone who is not is the moment that soul decides to step out of the illusion of separation from its true divine essence. This is the work that all of you have been doing with great courage through countless lifetimes here on Earth, and it is now beginning to bear fruit. As more and more souls on Earth awaken from their slumber and join the legions of Lightworkers, the future is transformed, and the true world of love draws closer and closer to all of you in giant strides. Mother Earth is overflowing with joy because of this. And truly, believe me, the future is glorious as the light of love continues to root itself in your hearts. All of you have accomplished a miracle, bringing into manifestation something that was designed in no time. And in this way, the very nature of time has changed and will continue to change as the human mind continues to recognize the truth of what it means to be human. To be a channel of love within the density of matter. For this, you have had to live thousands of experiences in duality. Somehow you had to saturate yourselves with pain so that your minds could choose love. And now, for many of you, that journey is already over. You know that pain is not necessary and have learned to stop choosing it. You have opened a luminous path that those still bound to the old illusions of sin and suffering can follow. You have transcended your limited minds based on the concept of self to open your hearts and enter a new dimension of the mind where you have recognized that anything is possible. You, yourselves, are the creators of your world. You are the power of spirit in action. We, from the spiritual dimensions, know that it has not been an easy path. It has not been easy to cross the veil of separateness that constantly showed you the appearance of a material reality separate from you, separate from your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. The appearance of a world filled with enemies, a world where you were nothing but victims of powers outside yourselves, always ready to attack you. We know it has not been easy to undo the maze of the emotional mind that prevented you from going beyond your own fabrications, your created prisons. We know you have often had to hit rock bottom in your own hells to have the chance to heal lives of confusion and struggle. We know it has not been easy to begin loving yourselves in a world of apparent darkness and lack of love. That is why now all of us are happy. The universe applauds you because your joy is ours. Remember, we are truly another part of yourselves, another dimension of yourselves, in a unity that transcends the understanding of what has been called rational mind. And how could we not be happy to finally communicate with you? For eons, we have been waiting for this moment in which earth and heaven begin to unite. And now, thanks to your work, that communication can take place. And as that communication opens more and more, we, the entire spiritual hierarchy, are here to serve you. Know that you no longer need intermediaries. The time of gurus and priests has passed. We are eager to communicate with each one of you. Every human being embodied on earth is a potential channel of heaven. Trust in the power of love. You only need to open yourselves to see the world through the love you have discovered in your hearts, and fear will progressively cease to have a place until it disappears completely. Some of you are already experiencing this. It is not something distant in the future that you must continue fighting for. It is already here for more and more of you, and as more of you claim it, the more you will join this new vibration. We simply needed a new paradigm, a new terminology to express the new, and that has already been established. You can even see it in your media. This has been our joint work during these past years, establishing in your mind, in the collective mind of humanity, a new language that would allow the expression of the new consciousness. And see that this language is already established, and you could see that magically, regardless of language, country, or tradition, it is a common language that is filtered into all places, because it is a language that expresses the consciousness of the heart. Now we could say that you are like children taking their first steps, sometimes crawling, other times stumbling against chair legs, sometimes walking down hallways in one go, and occasionally getting a little scratch on the nose. Children learning to walk the path of love. But do not fear. You are no longer alone. Trust in your powerful inner guides and join with other children who understand the new game, the game of love. We, the spiritual hierarchy, are taking care of you. Dozens of ascended masters and beings of light are now manifest on earth. You only need to call upon them according to your own tuning to receive their guidance. As the consciousness of love sweeps through every corner of your world and delves into the entire structure of your societies, more and more things will continue to come to light. Do not see this as something terrible, quite the opposite. Imagine your personal processes and transpose them outward. Just as in your personal growth, darkness has surfaced again and again in what you have called crisis, so you could see it and thus forgive and love yourselves, the same is happening and will happen in the collective. What the old consciousness will see as great crises are nothing more than the darkness emerging in the collective, so that you, as humanity, have the opportunity to forgive yourselves and restore love collectively. You will see that more and more, the great crises will be followed by rapid remedies, inventions, or even miraculous solutions. You will see beings of light unexpectedly emerge onto the scene whom you never thought could be so. It will be so. Since the veil of consciousness is dissolving, the loving cosmic wisdom will be more available to all. These changes will deeply affect everything that has been the paradigm of the power of separateness in your world. Money. Money, as a symbol of the power of the ego, of separateness, must change to become a symbol of sharing, giving, and receiving. Sharing, giving, and receiving, the energy of love, will be the energy that will progressively permeate everything related to money in the future. The entire world of finance, business relationships, the way business was conceived until now, work relationships, and the world of politics and governmental powers is destined for profound upheavals. And we use the word suffer here intentionally. For the old consciousness of power based on the self, in mine, in the ego, all the changes will be seen from the perspective of catastrophes. From the perspective of the light consciousness, they will simply be wonderful realignments to make way for love. Visualize and feel each of these crises as the energy of the heart breaking through the old social body. See each eruption in the skin of your social fabric as the necessary cleansings of the old energies. Do not stay on the surface, and do not be caught in the spectacularity or the darkness of what you see. It is your own darkness, created over millennia from your unconsciousness, now surfacing so you can see it and choose love in its place. Your role as Lightworkers is crucial here, and it must serve as a guide to all others. The purpose of the darkness emerging, as horrible and ugly as it may seem, is only for you to grant it your forgiveness. Your role is to stay centered in the heart and forgive everything you see and hear. It is through your collective forgiveness that you will restore love to your world in the same way you have done for yourselves. Once again, we ask you emphatically not to be deceived by the spokespersons of your media. They are the media of darkness that serves the light. But do not get caught up in what they present. Remember that your role is only to remain in the love of your hearts and forgive. You do not need to judge anything, do anything, convince anyone, change anything or anyone. We will not tire of repeating this and will remind you as opportunities arise. All of you are already prepared for this work of love. You do not even need to reason it with those who still cannot understand it. Just do it, stay centered in love and your smile, and it will be the way for others to understand. Do not worry about those who do not choose to understand or are not yet ready for it. They will follow their own path. As Lightworkers, they will one day be. Simply, their timing is different. Do not be swayed by the emotional ties of those close to you who seem to suffer and whom you would like to help. Always return to your heart and remember that your work as Lightworkers is to be beacons bringing light within yourselves. Remember that you have entered a new world. A world where you can no longer perceive through your thinking minds, but through the vibration of the heart, that part of the mind that picks up the vibration of what is around you. That must be your way of seeing now. You will then find that you are able to know the truth without the need for thinking processes. You will simply pick up the vibration of what is around you and discern when that vibration is in tune with your heart or not. When that energy vibrates with the frequency of love or fear. More than ever in the coming times, continuing to use your mental processes will take you back to fear and suffering and place you back on the timeline of illness and death. Understand that time has changed as your minds have changed, and you are now on a different timeline. That is why you feel that everything is moving so fast. You are leaving the linear time of the third-dimensional mind to enter the circular and holographic time of the fourth and fifth dimensions. Know that dimensions are different frequencies of matter and thought, and therefore the different timelines of each dimension carry different levels of vibration of matter and thought. That is why you will notice more and more profound changes in your relationship with your bodies, with your life habits, your eating habits, and in general, the way you experienced and judged life in the past. All of this will continuously challenge you to break down old paradigms in yourselves. Paradigms such as what aging meant and its relation to your physical bodies and processes. Paradigms such as what physical processes of the body you use to label as the coming times will require the utmost congruence at all levels of your existence and the determination to take full responsibility for yourselves and your physical processes. The determination to refuse to keep assigning meaning to things and not to hand over your power to anything external to your own being, whether doctors, medications, or even the wide variety of natural remedies that are emerging everywhere in your world. Understand the meaning of your bodily processes. Understand that your bodies are changing at very deep levels, even beyond the genetic plane, because the vibration of matter is changing. Honor your bodies, lovingly observe your processes, know that the physical body has its own cyclical processes, and give it time, understanding, and love. Root out the old habit of cataloging what is normal and what is not, of declaring as illness what are the natural processes of the body. Eradicate the word illness from your language. Know, for example, that cancer processes are normal in most bodies as they respond to mental and emotional consciousness, and that they spontaneously remit without you even knowing it. Trust the deep intelligence of the body's elementals, which are designed to preserve life. Simply observe carefully your bodies and your language and see what they tell you about your eating habits, or all kinds of habits, so you can decide to change them. Know that as the linear timeline fades, your bodies will also begin to live in another reality where there is no longer a beginning and an end to everything. Many of the great capabilities of the physical body will surprise you as you enter and integrate the new consciousness of time within you. Join with Mother Earth and her cycles, for they are the true pulse of the new timeline of non-linear consciousness. Join with others and honor the sky, the earth, and the cycles of nature. Let Mother Earth and the elementals heal you. She is eager to embrace her children, to have her children hug and sing to her, to have her children think lovingly of her. Understand the meaning of Mother Earth's gifts. Understand that forests, plants, and vegetables are gifts from the earth. See things with new eyes. Understand that the fruits of trees and plants are offerings from those realms, and when you eat them with reverence, you are communicating and recognizing those realms. You are recognizing the gifts of Mother Earth. Understand that if you want to go beyond death in yourselves, you must stop seeing death outside. Decide to go beyond the enormous factory of death you have turned the world into with your false and illusory beliefs about food and the body. Know that ultimately, you would not even need to eat to keep the physical body alive. But while you decide you want to eat, make it a celebration and an offering to Mother Earth. That will help you tremendously to eradicate the old beliefs of death and linear time in you. Many of you will also experience continuous changes in your life, in your work, relationships, homes, and places of residence. There may come a time when it seems that only the change itself is the entire reality that exists. Do not worry. Do not try to rationalize the events. Center yourselves in your heart and flow from love. Simply walk the path of love. Know that you are simply realigning the pieces to accommodate them to the new energy and to allow you to vibrate as high as possible. Do not fear at any moment, for only your fear can block the loving process of change. Know that you are protected and guided. Stop using your mental processes to react to things and decide what is right and wrong, what is painful, and what is satisfying. This requires some mastery and work of detachment, but in the current times, it is easier than ever to establish solid trust when you begin to witness the vibration of love supporting all processes. When you realize that everything you label as tragedies is not and has never been, you will begin to flow from trust and acceptance of any situation that arises in your life. All these changes and processes will place most of you in a position in the world more aligned with your life purpose. From there, you will be able to unfold enormous amounts of your true energy and become the true magicians of the earth, the human angels incarnated that you really are and always have been. Those of you already living this reality will be greatly supported and empowered in your purpose. Beloved Lightworkers, the time of doubt and fear is now over. You can now begin to live the magic of joy, of the Spirit's delight creating on earth. We are one with you. I am Archangel Michael, bearer of the blue flame of protection and truth, and I greet you and embrace you from the heart of God.